But yeah, Radha, I think she's got the most fluctuating quality of everybody so far.
Because this movie reminds me of Delivering Milo.
So I understand that you're experiencing a few contractions.
It's like questionably religious, incredibly toothless, and like it's just like, what would you even call this? Like a drama?
I mean, I think
a romantic?
I think they're considering it a comedy.
Boy, Lord help them.
I'm Jules.
I'm Jason.
And we doing filmographies.
On today's jaw session, we got Radha Mitchell.
Cowboys and Angels from the year 2000.
Boy is a guy. He wants to be a cowboy man. The movie. That's your synopsis right there.
That's pretty
You should start writing your own. I think that'd be delightful.
Do you think that other Cowboys and Angels is much better?
Well, it's an ampersand. It's not. No, it's not an ampersand. It's an N with a apostrophe.
Well, there's a lot of them.
There is.
A lawyer in his 30s, named Danny, still dreams about becoming a cowboy when his fiancee leaves him on the eve of their wedding ceremony. Fortunately for him, not one, but two contrasting girls appear on his life. The bubbly JoJo and the more traditional Candace. But who will win out?
All right.
Thanks, Kevin_Blaze at hotmail.com.
So yeah, this is PG 2000, hour and 37 minutes. I don't got a lot for this one.
It's long, man. It's long. Oh, you do have some information about it?
Tiny amount. No idea what the budget is.
$50.
I mean, honestly, this seems like it's okay. The opening weekend U.S. and Canadian gross, $6,328. The domestic gross in general, $33,941.
Did you say they made $6,000 in two separate countries? Opening?
U.S. and Canada. Opening weekend.
Yeah. How many theaters do you think of that? It's probably
that's a very good question. I mean,
could be like
one.
30. No, I think it's at least two.
Okay, let's see here. What did I say? 6,300? Let's just go with that, right?
You divide it by like $6 and see how many tickets are sold and try to figure out how many seats each theater.
2,000, you think movie tickets were $6?
I mean, you blew my fucking mind when you told me you paid $18 a ticket to see Smile.
Let's go with $9. That sounds like
in the year 2000
for an evening show at your. Well, it's probably not at like a multi. Well, maybe it is at a multi. I don't know. If we're talking about $6, that's.
This would be like on one screen in Edina would be the one place in Minnesota.
Yeah, let's say you can have 100 people. Yeah, probably about 10 cinemas, things like that. One of them was probably a Texas Roadhouse because the owner's incredibly religious.
I'd like to start with the music. The music is unbelievably bad.
No, you can't start with the music.
You can't?
No. First off, I didn't go through the rest of my spiel.
I'm sorry. Please do tell.
It was directed by Gregory C. Haynes. It's also written by him.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, he wrote a movie that actually was a movie called The Flyboys.
Oh, he wrote Flyboys?
Mm-hmm. The Flyboys.
Is it about the Black Pilots?
No. He's done a bunch of shorts that he wrote and directed as well. I think this is the only movie, quote unquote, that he wrote and directed. But he was an assistant to Mr. Fishburne on the movie Contagion.
Yeah, I saw that come up and I was like, oh, he wrote Contagion?
Me too.
No, he did not write Contagion.
It was produced by a company called Smokin' Dogs, which this was the only thing that company had done.
Like the poker playing dogs?
It was also filmed entirely in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Sure.
Which kind of gives it some Mormon vibes. It's very white bread, but also he's got two ladies. And, of course, we got Radha Mitchell in it. She plays JoJo. I don't know. Is it Danny Trese? Oh, I'm sorry. Adam Trese. He plays Danny. Adam Trese? He's in 37 movies, one of which is Illtown.
I saw several of his early movies. Illtown,
he was
The Underneath. Is that a Soderbergh movie? Early Soderbergh?
At the Underneath?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Palookaville?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. That's what.
Oh, he's also in that, is it Clean Shaven? Is that it? Or what is that early one?
I don't know. He is in 40 Days and 40 Nights with our boy.
Well, that's when he's picked up a little bit. Josh Hartnett.
Mm-hmm. I needed you to say it.
I was asking Jenny, I was like, do you find him handsome or do you find him creepy? And she's like, a little bit of both, but more creepy than handsome.
He's very creepy in this film.
I said, I think it's his eyes. He's kind of got dead eyes. No offense to the podcast, Connor Ratliff, which is wonderful. I feel like he seems almost like an android. He's very handsome, but like he seems like he'd be a killer robot.
He's a real David Schwimmer type.
He's much better looking than David Schwimmer.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still. I mean, David Schwimmer, man, he's got dead eyes too.
You think he's got dead eyes?
I think that boy hides some severe horrors.
I think that Schwimmer was like a trained theater actor who ended up on Friends where he didn't want to be. And he didn't get to have the career he wanted to have, but he made oodles of money.
He's done a lot of directing.
Yeah. What is it? There's that one where he's an alcoholic that's really good. I remember him.
Oh, I don't know that.
Years. I like David Schwimmer. I got no beef with Schwimmer. I like Schwimmer.
No, I have no beef.
Why are you talking shit about my buddy?
I have no beef with him. I like him. I wish he was in more. Adam Trese also played Detective Number 1 in Zodiac. So, Mia Kirshner.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I have a note about that.
Mia Kirshner?
Mia Kirshner. Jules, 24? Is that where you know her from?
A couple of things, but that, yes.
And I say, not another teen movie, the L Word for Jason.
I think, concrete aware of her in The Crow City of Angels, because she plays an older Sarah from The Crow 1.
They make you fart big time.
Thereafter, yeah, it was probably 24, because she was like a hot little number back in the day. That was like what they called her. And she didn't really blow up or pop.
She did all right, though.
She did all right.
Her being in not another teen movie and being gorgeous in that.
I wish a guy would take a dump on my chest.
But then she's in the L Word, and she's good in that. I watched the whole L.
She's the queen.
And we're rocking it.
Oh, the whole series? She was the queen vampire in 30 Days a Night 2, Dark Days.
Yeah, okay, so her career's not so good.
She was also the prostitute in Defiance, the TV show, sci-fi TV show that also had a video game.
I was going to ask you if it's the Daniel Craig movie.
So that's all I got. So the movie starts. Back to your original question/supposition. Starting with the music.
Statement. It's awful.
You have to start with the fact that it looks like, I don't know, what did they do? Pump the saturation up to 1,000?
Oh, for that sequence? That's
dancing in the field. I said, oh no.
That's when I texted you that this is clearly the worst movie we have covered.
This is like a Zales commercial. Yeah. It's a
creamy portrait looking shots.
Yeah, it's like super red. The sky's super blue. It's like that Smashing Pumpkins video where they're on the ice cream truck. So
yes, creamy, awful,
video.
Memories?
Making your eyes.
Is it memories? Is that what we're seeing? Those cuts?
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Or just some sort of a weird fantasy summation of this character's romantic life.
And the music is very reminiscent of Enigma's Return to Innocence. Like, that's the soundtrack of this movie.
Yeah, it's silly,
You would not play it. Why would this music be in this movie? It makes me think that whoever makes the music is related to the person that wrote and directed it, or he made the shitty music. It's so every time a song kicks in, I'm just like, fuck, for real?
It also feels like a young boy's fantasy.
Getting two hot chicks?
I've got a job, but I just want to be a cowboy. But yeah, he was with his high school sweetheart, and she wronged him. And then he meets a pixie named JoJo and a cowgirl. Who gives him his cowboy life.
Yes. I immediately was like, okay, worst movie in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then we actually get to the real world where he's at his friend's wedding. I was like, it's actually pretty okay. I was actually into the movie.
It's okay.
At that moment.
Again, it feels like we're in the opening dialogue section of a Blink-182 video.
Sure.
You're just waiting for Travis Barker to pull up and do something, and the music kicks.
And we realize Adam Trese is in the church he was supposed to get married at.
Yeah,
that's why there'd be flashbacks to his future wife that left him and never was. And then we get the bartender, Freddie. I fucking love Freddie the bartender.
We know who this guy is.
I mean,
you know him, right?
Like 30 things. No, I've never seen him.
I couldn't find who he was on IMDb listings for this.
Freddie. It's Freddie.
It doesn't...
There's no
is
picture,
it?
But it's Freddie.
Oh, because that's probably the reason, because I didn't realize he had a name. I was looking up taxi driver, grocery clerk, bartender.
No, he says in the beginning, the guy's like, what's your name? Freddie. It's
okay.
Relevant.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best scenes in the movie when the guy's like a total dick to Freddie. Make the drink stronger. Freddie gives him a fucking glass of vodka.
And the girl that asshole was trying to romance, you could tell she was like disgusted, yet she still goes with him. I thought she was going to get on Freddie.
I liked it when Freddie gave him all that liquor, and I was like, we're going to see him too drunk later. And then you do.
And Freddie also takes a shot himself.
Yeah, because
Was
he can't stand
self-shot.
those people.
Yeah.
He's got that, he's delivering monologues about how he hates his job and everybody's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then up comes a piece of shit.
So they get married, and then they're at the reception. And that's where Radha Mitchell makes her appearance. JoJo.
She's cute. She's fun.
She's cute. She's bubbly. She is calling him out left and right. Just like, you're a loser.
Definitely not over her, are you?
You don't like weddings and who broke your heart and all this
Every
shit.
girl's been talking to you, and all you talk about is the girl that broke up with you.
Look, I'm sorry.
Who she knows.
Yeah.
It comes to terms. It comes to
Yeah.
turn out.
Yeah, she knows everything about everyone.
She's like, I knew your girlfriend. Maybe she didn't meet him. But she goes also,
Pamela and Carl were seeing each other the whole time that you guys were a couple.
I hate this movie. Can I tell you right now?
Mhm.
I hate it. I
yeah,
hate it a lot.
it's dreadful. It's depressingly watchable.
For the first half hour, I was like, well, this isn't great, but it's got a little bit of a personality. It's not as bad as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of into it. And then my son woke up screaming, and I had to help him get back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, he came downstairs and he wouldn't go back up, and I was like, I'll lay with you for a little bit. He was like, okay. And so I laid there for a half hour, fell asleep a little bit, came back down here, tried to watch the rest of it, hated it for about 40 minutes, gave up, went to bed.
The way it looks reminds me of The Room.
Oh, hi,
You're bringing up the Room a lot lately.
Where, I don't know,
With Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay?
yeah, of course. Is there did I say The Room?
Yeah, you did. It's just
No, why would I call it The Room? So he dances with Radha. And
He reveals that she goes to weddings. Whenever there's a wedding, she
lets
doesn't
him
know anybody.
she lets him crash on her couch the next day.
He wakes up to Tylenol and a glass of water.
She's reading newspaper and she's like, wedding. And we just see a montage series of them going to weddings. And it's a little dumb. One of them is a predominantly black wedding.
Wedding exclusively.
And he's all like, I don't feel comfortable. This isn't right. And she's just like, why? He's like, well, look at me. She's like,
No, you look fine. The cowboy boots are great. Come on.
like, they can't know a white guy?
Are you here for the bride or the groom?
Both.
I mean, honestly, though, if they're doing their vows and they glance out and there's one white couple there, you're going to be like, what?
Eventually, word's going to get around. Somebody's going to say, hey, who's that? Hey, who's that? And eventually, they're going to run out of people to ask.
You know what's a better version of this movie?
Wedding Crashers?
Wedding Crashers.
So throughout all of this, they're not romantic.
Yeah, what?
And but he does eventually say to her, I loves you. He kisses on her. And they go out to a country line dance. And she's all of a sudden verklempt. She seems flustered, like she's gonna faint. And he's got his cowboy hat on.
I fucking hate this movie. Does it even make sense? Does this movie make sense?
No. So basically, she's like, look, I can't be with you.
Yeah, I was very unclear on what this happened.
Why?
Because I thought, I was like, oh, she's going to reveal that she's an angel, and that's why she can't be with him.
Oh.
And then when she doesn't reveal that she's an angel, I was like, wait, what is the reason? Why can't they be together?
There was no reason.
Oh, I can't, so I didn't miss anything.
I thought, one, we're going to go down a walk to remember territory with my boy, Shane West and Mandy Moore. I thought it was going to be she's dying.
I said, is Radha an angel?
I thought it was going to be that she's not an angel, but is in fact dying. Or had, surgery and can't have sex.
Like, they sewed it shut?
No, I don't know. They removed something, or I don't know.
I have watched Dating Angels movies before. Date with an Angel, 1987. That's what I wrote down. And then I wrote down, also, How Do You Talk to an Angel, 1992. I was really
Also,
very suspicious.
Waking the Dead. I mean, she's kind of age.
She's a hallucination.
Same thing. Because this gets really weird. First off, that's a misleading title because there's only one angel. I mean, there's two angels, but there's only one that he's dating.
And there's only one cowboy, too.
And
It's not cowboy and angel. It's cowboys and angels.
If it was cowboy and angels, you could argue that she's his angel, the Mia Kirshner.
Why don't it should be called Dick Lasso.
It should be called Don't Watch This Movie. So she leaves him, right? And he's bumming now. No.
Stupid hat she wears, too.
You know what happens? Yeah.
Think about that stupid hat. You look dumb in that, Radha.
Super dumb.
You're a nice looking lady. That's a stupid hat.
What happens? So she leaves him, and he just gets hammered at that rodeo club. And yeah, Mishner discovers him lying on the ground with his head against the telephone pole.
I liked that. I enjoyed that drunk and laying on the ground.
And so she comes up. She's silhouetted by the street lamp.
Hi.
She goes, "Hey, mister, you got a jumper? Cable? We need you to jump our car." And he goes, "No, miss, I don't." She goes, "Well, you can come with us. We can give you a ride."
I don't know, maybe you want to catch a ride with us?
No, I have a taxi. It's coming.
Lady friend. And she goes, "Oh, okay."
We'll see you later.
So she goes and walks away, goes back to her car with her sister, I think it is.
Isn't her sister?
I think so.
Hood's open.
Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, a group of rednecks pull up in a really big truck.
Nice guys. You can tell right away. You're like, oh, hey, some also nice guys, just like our buddy Danny Trese.
It looks like they had just come from using an unwitting participant to prove that one of their friends is a racist at gunpoint.
It's a Monument Avenue reference, everybody.
And
go ahead and flash back to number 5 in the Billy Crudup run.
Yep. We'll wait in real time while you go watch it.
You watch the movie and then you listen to the podcast? Thank you for investing 5 hours in us.
Yeah. So they're like, "Hey, girls, we are bad dudes."
Yeah. Like our bad energy right away.
Yeah. Now they are helping them.
Yeah.
You know.
Do they end up actually jumping the car, though?
The cables are attached and he has to lift it so she can go under to go in and try to start the car. It's quite evident that in return, they all about that nookie.
What's the end game here with, are they going to just, rape them out in this parking lot?
Sally Fields.
Throw them in the car? Sally Fields?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you throwing Sally Fields in here?
She got raped in that bar.
Talking about, not Sally. What is her name from Silence of the Lambs? Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster.
Is it the accused?
Maybe.
That's.
Oh, is Sally Fields in the movie where she has sex with a ghost? Was she being raped by a ghost?
What?
It's a movie where a lady is being raped by a ghost. And it's supposed to be based on a true story.
Oh, I think I've actually heard this.
I
don't think that's Sally Fields.
So he gets his cab and we see Freddie again.
I was excited. I was like, oh, Freddie's a cab driver now.
I'm like, okay, I see what's happening here. I like it.
I thought Freddie was the devil. I wrote this down as Freddie the devil.
I was expecting him to be the director. And he goes, "Hey, wait a second, mister. Those girls are in trouble.
I might need your help."
And Freddie's like, "What? Well, there's 4 of them and only 1 of me. I don't know if I can take them all."
He goes, "Well, good luck."
You can go over there and play with your old cowboy friends, but the cab leaves, okay? They don't pay me enough for that.
And so he walks up and goes, "All right, fellas, cut the shenanigans or wood, and
it'd be a good time to just take out a knife and start stabbing all the bad guys in the neck."
Remember, you wanted this.
I was actually
saved you, Kirshner.
I was kind of hoping he would do more than just punch the first guy.
Yeah, I thought maybe he'd take them all. But, he was passed out, laying on the ground, basically.
Sure, but you got to know, once you hit that first guy, that punch needs to put him down.
Yeah.
If this was Jack Reacher, he probably would have kicked that guy in the kneecap and broke his leg.
Split it the other way.
So he's just out of the fight.
Okay. Now we know who's who.
Then you turn around and you start throat chopping, eye gouging.
Get the eyes.
And nut kicking. Don't overlook the nuts.
No.
Get my nuts! Get my nuts!
Right? Any good relationship requires proper attention paid to the scrotal area.
Yeah, I don't care about these bro code rules.
But these guys beat him up.
Yeah, beat the shit out of him.
And one guy's kicking him in the gut while the other guy's kicking him in the upper back. They're really shrimping him,
Well, at least they're not kicking him in the head, because that's how you die.
Yeah, boy. And so they get out of there because 2 more guys come up.
Oh, yeah. How about that shot of those 2 guys coming out? It's like, oh, fuck. Is these like I don't know.
What if they would have been those guys' friends? So he wakes up, he's in
like 2 hardcore wrestlers coming out of there. It's a fuzzy shot, but they're just marching towards the camera.
Do you remember their shadows?
Man, these guys mean business.
So Adam Trese wakes up in the hospital. Mia Kirshner's with him. He didn't look too bad, but she's like, yeah,
a couple bandits.
Yeah, they busted you up pretty good. She said, I thought you were going to die. He literally saved our lives. And her boyfriend comes in. He's like...
And it's like, yeah, fuck this.
What's this, babe? What are we doing here? And
we're talking to this guy.
Oh, thanks for saving my girl or whatever.
You're supposed to like me.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. What are you doing?
Can I nurse you? back to health.
Should I sleep in the chair and watch you overnight? And he's like, babe, that's stupid. Let's go. Thanks. And then they leave. And he then dreams about kissing one of them. Or maybe it's his ex-girlfriend. Do you remember?
No.
He wakes up because the nurse is like, sir, because he's got his hand around the back of the nurse's head.
Yeah.
Good thing that's all he grabbed.
This isn't the 70s and all that jazz.
So he goes, oh, okay. And he goes back to living his life. I think, God damn it.
Is this when he goes to talk to his sister about how
his
husband was banging his fiancée for years?
And she isn't the only one.
What is up with his sister where he's like, he reveals it, but he doesn't like say the name?
Yeah.
She's like, I know everything. I know so much more than you think I know.
I thought she was under the impression he was talking about something else.
Yeah. Right? Because he doesn't say,
hey, your husband
was fucking my fiance.
Yeah. And she's just like, I know.
But why is she such a shitty sister? She never said anything to him. This says a lot about you, shitty sister.
Right. And not only that, but why are you settling? She's like, you just gotta. I'm like, what agenda is this movie pushing?
Is he like the head lawyer at the law firm?
He doesn't appear to be, because he works with the husband. And that's how he finds out. He comes in and there's a chick on the couch and his door is locked. And she's stuffing something in the couch.
Dirty panties?
Which Adam Trese even mentions. He's like, yeah, if I look in that sofa, I know what I'm going to find.
Panties with a little bit of poop in
It
them.
must be, yeah. She was embarrassed.
Yep.
So
gotta hide it. Hope nobody smells them.
Yeah, so he confronts the dude, and the dude's just like, oh man, bro, you gonna tell my wife now?
Does he confront him?
Yeah, he's basically
This
like,
is the blurry section.
because he goes, I quit, dude. I can't work here. Because he got him that job, I think. He's like, are you going to go tell your sister, bruh? And he goes, that's all you're worried about, man? Covering your ass?
What else would he be worried about?
Yeah.
You quit.
Right.
Are you going to implode his life? Like, guy wants to get some strength.
They actually don't care that you quit. They only care about whether or not you're going to rat me out.
I'm just thinking about their relationship, like...
Brother and sister?
Yeah, well, no, and the husband. Like,
because he was his best man. So they must have been friends, right?
That's pretty dirty.
They said they went to college together, but...
I mean, if that was just a guy who did not sleep with his girlfriend, fiance...
You wouldn't want him marrying your sister.
Well,
regardless.
When the sister is defensive, you can be like, you know what? I mean, I don't want to really get into your, like, sexual preferences and how you guys are working things out. Like, maybe you're fine with him fucking dicking all over town and you like your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And he still gives it to you and everything's comfortable.
She's prego.
She's prego. But he's a scumbag who was fucking your fiance and your sister knew and never told you, so...
And knew and married him and is not at all disturbed by the fact that he's just
mean to him.
He's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
This is my fucking life. How's it gonna be when you don't know me, brother? You know, and he bails out on there. Then he's at the store just moping. And it's like a real local grocery store. And he sees Mia Kirshner.
It's the Fred Meyer.
And he goes, hey, girl.
She's like, oh my God, I think about you every minute of my life.
Yeah, my boyfriend left.
I'm really good looking and I really want you because you're cute and you saved my life.
Yeah, and I got a dude ranch.
I like watching guys get beat up for me.
And then, like, you know, sleeping in their hospital rooms.
Did you quit your job? Do you want to come scoop poop at the dude ranch? What does he do there?
Pretty much that.
I don't think they really show. He's just like, yeah, I'm working hard all day.
So, yeah, she hasn't divulged yet that she works at the dude ranch, nor invited him home.
Does she own the dude ranch?
Apparently. He goes, well, hey, why don't you just come over for dinner? She's like, yeah, okay, cool. And she shows up dressed to the nines. Her hair is fucking done up. She's got like a really nice gown on and shit.
Spaghetti?
And she goes, oh, I am really embarrassed because he's got a t-shirt on. And he goes, well, why? She goes, well, obviously I'm fucking way overdressed.
Wouldn't you just be like, yeah, but you look hot as shit.
Yeah.
Good job.
And I like, because what I would have done is exactly what he did. He went in and he got a suit on.
Oh.
I think it was going to be his tux from the wedding. But what do you think she expected? Like candlelight?
Like invite her over for dinner, right?
Yeah, but like
I don't really.
She was dressed like they were going to the opera. And she goes, why, who, what is this? Why are ladies on your wall? You have photos of ladies, of this lady on your wall. Why is that? That's my ex-girlfriend. So why
is it still on your wall?
I haven't taken them down, all right? I bring girls over here, but I got my ex-girlfriend on the wall. Is that not cool?
Man, this is like a blank section in my brain.
He burns the food when he's getting dressed, and so he's like, well, why don't we just go out? She's like, I would like that. And they do. And I think
Does he look good in a suit?
It's really just a sport coat, shirt and tie. It's not even like it's not like he went to the outfit. So they're, talking dinner, and he mentions that he doesn't have the job, and she invites him out to the dude ranch, and he's like, I've always wanted to be a cowboy.
This is amazing because I live in Salt Lake City and I was a lawyer and I have all this money banked because rent is $5 a month here. And I didn't need a job.
I voted for Mitt Romney. Me too. And so he's out at the dude ranching it up, and they're blossoming. She calls him. He's laying in bed shirtless, like a Red Shoe Diary episode. And she's like, hey. And he's like, oh, hey, girl. And she's like, so, like, about tonight, like, I really like you. Oh, no.
Earnestness in this movie is quite bizarre.
Yeah, I like you, too.
Is this some Christian shit? Is God fucking putting all of her cards on the table and be like, I want to marry you and I want to have children with you? Mm-hmm. And if that is not the thing you want to do, you need to tell me now. If you're the kind of man that would ever look at another woman, you need to tell me. I'm super fucking hot.
But
now.
Yeah. This is where I had my revelation about this movie.
Is this when you figured out it was a Christian movie?
No, I mean, it felt like that from the start. This is where...
I never really got this vibe until like the last 5 minutes, but that's because probably the middle 40, I was like, oh, what's going on?
But I have to admit, I may have went for a snack or something at this point, right?
Sure.
Looked at my phone. Because I look up and he's in bed and he's shirtless. I know they just had some sort of interaction event together. They spent time together.
Yeah, what is it?
And now he's in bed shirtless. And she's calling him. So I go, oh, I missed. They just had sex.
I know, but he never has sex with these women?
No.
It's a very chaste movie.
Yeah. And Smoking Dogs is probably Mitt Romney's shadow company. He needed to launder some of that Mormon money or whatever it is. So I'm like, oh, they just had sex.
I want to cut my dick off and throw it at the screen.
Mm-hmm. His ball's gotta be so blue.
Does he even care about them? Because he's not fucking either of these ladies that seem like they should be good to go.
Well,
just like, hey, let's just hang out. We're friends, right?
Yeah,
so I have romantic feelings for you, but I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, so here we are, where she's confessing her love for him. So when I went back, expecting there to be lovemaking that I missed, and there wasn't any, I was like, this is really weird.
I just want to know how you feel about tonight.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know what I mean. I just want to know how you feel.
I feel good.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Danny, I don't want to get hurt again. And if tonight was a mistake, it's cool. I just want you to tell me.
It wasn't a mistake.
You mean a lot to me.
You have this moment, like in High Art, pre-coitus, when you're in the throes of passion, like, hey, by the way, look, I really like you, and I don't want to, that's when you have that moment, if you're going to have it.
What's luring Radha Mitchell into the script? And what is Adam Trese thing? He's generally like a legendary creep in all these movies.
It's got it. That's just it.
I don't, is there a movie where I don't get my dick wet?
A lot of money thrown around, I have to assume, to make these movies, because they're probably going to make bank. These are like Tyler Perry movies. They're specifically for a specific group of people who are all going to spend money to watch them. Obviously, dude, they made $6,000 opening weekend. This movie has money to burn.
I mean, okay, just like Delivering Milo, these movies are not religious enough to tap into the religious market.
They're a weird gateway for borderline on the fence seculars.
No.
Yes. This is the movie that a really religious girl or boy shows to their high school sweetheart to justify not having sex.
I date a religious girl.
We need to wait. You can have sex with my butt and I can put your thing in my mouth. That's not sex. But the vaginal area needs to be axed out. So it's weird because then they just talk all night. She's just outside.
You're outside?
Yeah.
With a blanket wrapped around her.
Doesn't she tell him to go out on your roof?
Hey, can you get up on your roof?
She goes, I'm going to let you know a little secret. I've been outside this whole time. And he's like, I don't know why that's a secret. Why you did it? Your phone doesn't work in your house. What the hell is wrong with you? You know? And so she goes, can you go up to your roof? He's like,
Yeah.
do it. And then like jump off for me. But like stay on the line. So they're in love, you know, and they go to a wedding for someone. And that legitimately was Robert Forster working the barbecue. That picture I said.
I don't remember this part at all.
I didn't either. I was going through like the deep list trying to find who Terry? No, Peter, Freddie, who Mr. Kruger was. And I get to the very bottom and I go, Robert Forster, uncredited barbecue man. I'm like, okay, IMDb, you will not get me this time.
He's in that picture.
That's him. Obfuscated by a billowing cloud of...
there was like that ghost picture you took down here with the...
No, there's like a very... there's so many...
Is he in this?
There are so many fades and like...
He's dead. We can't even ask him.
Is he dead? Oh, that's right. I killed him.
Died not long after the fucking El Camino came out.
Oh.
The Breaking Bad movie with Jesse Pinkman?
Uh-huh.
What happens to Jesse Pinkman?
I didn't that movie. I thought you were talking about El Torino.
No, I'm talking about Jesse
Pinkman.
Pinkman.
I guess he could be a racist.
It made Jesse Pinkman. I'm gonna go.
I never saw that, but I hear it's like 90 minutes of just crying. You know, he just legally changed his name to...
Jesse Pinkman? He changed Jesse Pinkman.
Aaron Paul.
You don't like this voice?
I wish you would stop.
I'm laughing hard.
We're losing the Breaking Bad crowd.
And I see nobody else laughing, and I say,
Is it not funny?
I was just waiting to see where you're at.
Yeah.
Where you were going to go with it and for how long.
What about Aaron Paul? He changed his name to Justin Pinkman legally?
Legally to Aaron Paul. Apparently that wasn't his actual. It's like something Aaron Paul, Joseph Aaron Paul.
Right, okay. I think it's because he was a big fan of Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Mm-hmm. They're dude ranching. They're in love. They're abstaining. It's...
Hey, you know what? This wasn't even work. I love being outside all day.
Yeah, she's like, we probably shouldn't dry hump. He's like, no, absolutely not.
No.
I'm glad you said that because I was nervous.
Hey, we're here in Salt Lake City. Now, what I'd like to do is, I'm going to climb on top of you, put my penis in your vagina. I'm going to have sex, so your friend is going to come over and jump up and down on the bed.
Hey, baby. I didn't know that.
Soaking and jumping?
Oh, God.
Soaking is where you put your penis in the vagina, but you don't have sex.
Weird.
You keep it still. But if you have a friend you can rely on, still jump on the bed, and you're not the one doing it. You're not the one that's moving around in the vagina.
Yeah.
It's the bed being moved.
Right. You're a victim.
That's how you get a good Mormon.
You're both a victim.
It's a Mormon.
He said to her, he goes, hey, baby, I'm going to city your Salt Lake.
What I heard was, hey, baby, I'm going to sit at your Salt Lake.
City, your Salt Lake. That's how they talk dirty in Salt Lake City.
That's pretty good.
You know it's built around a Salt Lake?
That would get me soaked.
So they're at the wedding, right? Robert Forster's slinging barbecue. There's a split second where I think it fades to that scene, and he's looking down, but sort of towards the camera.
Is Robert Forster you're talking?
It is.
Okay.
And then he turns to hand a guy a big rack of ribs, and like the smoke comes up.
Is this a guy that's going to divide the ribs up, or is this just some guy who's come up?
No,
I'm here for the rack of ribs.
I'm here for food.
Myself.
And he goes, okay, here's a 17-pound rack of ribs.
It's like the Flintstones.
And you're going to eat it all. Yeah, and he topples over.
You know what? Can I ask you a question? This would be really good, maybe, because I have no memory of the middle 40 minutes. And I'm wondering if maybe it's my fault that I didn't like it and the movie's actually really good.
It's like a movie version of the video. Come, my lady. Come, my lady. You're my sugar fly. Sugar fly? Butterfly? Sugar?
You're my butterfly?
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
But it feels like a fantasy.
Where Robert Forster is the star and he cooks ribs.
That's the thing, though.
It sounds pretty good.
Why is he in this? You think he was smoking dogs? He's smoking meat? Smoking dogs?
I mean, it's year 2000. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's on bad TV shows on the USA Network. I don't know.
You don't just get him to sling beef for like 2.3 seconds.
Maybe he was in town. They're like, hey, we'll give you your day rate of $8.
You get him so that Adam Trese can walk up with a glass of champagne.
This is right after Jackie Brown.
Spits life game to him. Hey, young man. Yeah, it is. Because that's later. So they're sitting at a table, and he notices while they're doing the thing that Radha Mitchell's there.
Yep.
And then when he's sitting at the table with Mia Kirshner, Radha Mitchell pops up.
Okay, I remember this part.
And Mia Kirshner knows her. They friends.
Jojo used to work with me at the ranch.
But, okay, I mean, friends. Explain.
I don't know. I don't know.
By the end of the movie, we say, what? Jojo no?
That's a bunch of weird shit that comes up here. So she goes, this is my boy. And she goes, yeah, I know. And he goes,
Jojo's the girl who told me about Pamela.
She goes,
So, she's the girl who... It's a small world.
oh, well, this is awkward.
Oh, do you love her now?
We see them hanging out once thereafter, all three of them.
Are they all wearing cool hats? Cool bowler hats?
Yeah.
Green bowler hats, the three of them?
Yeah. And then Radha gets dropped off by Mia Kirshner to go to a wedding with Adam Trese. And they do. And then they're back at somewhere.
Wearing the hats.
He's all like into her, you know, and he's like leaning in and she's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know, like, can we do this finally?
I find it really intriguing.
I realize we've never had sex for the multiple months that we were hanging out before. So I'm kind of wondering now that you're back, maybe we should seal that deal. And she's like, no, man, you got a girl. But I love you. And
listen, I don't have vagina.
Hey, I told you. My vagina is dying.
Because I am an angel, but also dying.
Yeah. Who shows up, though?
Mia Kirshner?
She pulls up in her cowboy truck.
She's like, I feel like I'm interrupting something. You're not interrupting anything. Are you into Radha Mitchell? No.
Mm-hmm.
Should I be?
I felt like I was in 8th grade all over again.
When she says to him, she says, do you love her?
Dude, she once again puts everything out there. She's like, listen, I can't handle heartbreak. I chose you, and you told me you love me. Tell me if you're not going to love me, because I can't live like that.
I need you to be with me.
Should I be jealous?
Of course not.
If you can't be with me, I'll fucking die. So tell me now.
She's like, look, I'm offering you a good-looking lady and, like, a stable job.
Uh-huh. Oh, is that a pun? Shit, that's good.
Pun alert! Inadvertent pun. Basically, I'm giving you a really good next rest of your life. Yeah. Are you in? Deal or no deal? And he goes, I don't know, baby.
Are you sure about that, Danny?
Look.
She goes, well, get the fuck out. But she doesn't, because there's no swearing. And he leaves.
Is there no swearing?
None.
It's PG? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And he's just like bummed, you know? But then Radha Mitchell comes to see him.
In the hat?
And says something.
I have to pee.
And she collapses.
What? She shouldn't collapse.
Yeah, they take her to the hospital.
No.
Yeah.
He runs away with her before they collapse.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Chooses Radha Mitchell.
She goes,
I came here to say goodbye.
Just like that?
Just like that.
And he goes, well...
So where are you going?
I have to go.
I want to go with you.
You can't go with me.
She's like, yes. So they're driving down the road in a convertible.
It's beautiful out here. You see for days.
And he has a real world traveler moment where he sees Mia Kirshner standing in the weeds on the side of the road. And she's giving him a real come hither look. I'm pining for you. I miss you kind of a look. And he looks at Radha Mitchell and she goes, what's wrong? Are you okay? And then we see that he's seeing Kirshner now and they crash. No, they don't. They stop for gas. It's just testing you. And again, we see Freddie.
What's up, Freddie? Now you're working at the convenience store.
He goes, you work here too? He goes, yeah.
Got laid off from the grocery store.
Because he was biting fruit.
Remember, he taking a bite out of the pear and sticking it back in the pear pile?
And then Adam Trese looks at the product he's holding and he goes, ugh, and he puts it down.
Does he?
Yeah. It's like, is there a bite taken out of it? No. Then it's fine, you moron. Christ. And he looks at the TV and he goes, holy shit, that's me on TV.
And what's the girl's name?
Mia Kirshner?
What's Mia Kirshner?
Oh, that's a good question. Because JoJo
is... It ain't JoJo.
No, it ain't JoJo. What if it was Ajaj? Really drive home the fact that she's the Candace, apparently. I don't remember that ever coming up.
That's me and Candace.
Candace Bergen? Bergen? Candace is a real cowgirl name.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it though?
It is. You don't think so?
Candy is.
Not
for candy.
No, you don't go there. You go Dice. So he's freaking out. Why am I on TV? He goes, dude, that's General Hospital.
And then they cut to the real view of what's actually on there. And then they come back to him hallucinating him and Candid.
There's just
cowboying.
A line formed behind him. The girl's in a wedding dress. And Freddie, he makes a mistake and he goes,
oh, poops.
Remember that when he said that?
Yeah, he says, say that again.
Oh, poops.
That's the cutest thing. That's what Candace says.
And a bad habit. Sounds gonna.
What? And then
I picked the wrong girl.
And then Radha Mitchell collapses.
She dies right in front of him.
No, she doesn't. They take her to the hospital, and they're like, she's got angina.
Oh, poops.
Do they? No, they don't. You're doing all that jazz. Yeah.
They don't specify. They're like, she's dying of some weird disease that only affected angels, but this is a real woman, so it can't be the case.
Wait a minute. She doesn't have a vagina.
Yep. And they go, don't worry, house is on the way. He's going to come in, he's going to think he knows what it is and treat it, and then she's going to get better, but then she's going to relapse even harder, and then he's got to really think about what it is. And then somebody's going to say something that's seemingly unrelated, but triggers the revelation. And she's dead, though. She died. And Mia Kirshner, they're like, what? I thought it was just a vagina thing.
And then Adam Trese is like, listen, I know that I ran away with Radha Mitchell.
She goes, wait, what? I thought you were just...
The whole time, I realized that when I saw a shooting star, I prayed for something real, and I don't pray. And then after I prayed for something real, I looked up, and there you were. Will you take me back? Yes, I will. Marriage. At the wedding? What do we see at the wedding?
Freddie.
Bitch Radha's back.
Freddie's playing the piano.
Is he?
He's the piano player, and he sings slightly off camera. And then Radha Mitchell pops up.
And you're like, what? I thought Radha was dead.
Yeah, and he even says that. He goes, I thought you were dead. And she's like, no. Okay, bye. And then Mia Kirshner comes up like, who are you talking to?
No, come on. What is their conversation? She's like, he's like, are you an angel? And she's like, I thought you didn't believe in that. And she's like, listen, I'm not your angel.
Mm-hmm.
And Mia Kirshner comes up and it's like, oh my God, she's Mia Kirshner's angel.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone. Who are you talking to?
Was that another girl? And then somebody rings a bell and he goes,
they got their wings?
Yeah. And then their wedding, a guy grabs him by the shoulders and he's like, this is when the audio got off. It was like off at this point.
Hey, on YouTube?
And he goes,
it was off for a long time.
He's shaking him. He goes, hey man, don't mess this one up or something. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? That should have been Robert Forster.
I was going to say, was it Robert Forster?
Yeah, that was some idiot. It looked like Homeboy from the airport scene in World Traveler.
James LeGros?
So like the poor man's James LeGros. So like Max Perlick. Did I tell you I watched Gleaming the Cube the other night?
Man, you're always talking about Gleaming the Cube.
One final scene.
Oh, the post credits? You get one credit card. Credit cards?
Pitch Black.
Yeah.
Drive-in.
It's Lost Highway.
It's JoJo and Freddie.
Oh God.
Whoa. Revelation.
Wow.
I am having acid trips.
Are they fucking? No, nobody fucks in this movie.
Mm-mm. And he goes,
hey boss, where are we going next?
How does Vegas grab you? And he says, by the boo-boos.
He doesn't say that.
No, he doesn't. And then the car, drives off the road and flies up to heaven.
Oh, wow, man. Just like Grease.
Yeah.
And the Heavenly Kid, maybe.
That's where they got it from. I heard. I don't know.
This movie sucked.
It was terrible, man.
So bad, dude. Fuck the writer-director. That guy sucks.
But like I said,
you have money to make this piece of shit.
It's, frustratingly watchable.
Yeah, because you can just ride that train all the way to the end.
Yeah. It's so fucking milquetoast.
How is she in JoJo's life?
JoJo used to work with me at the ranch.
Yeah. I still miss the kids.
Oh, you gotta come back. No, seriously, they miss you so much.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of getting situated at the moment.
Because she's clearly real, because the doctor's she's dead.
Yeah.
What do they do with her body?
Remember when she's whispering sweet nothings to people and comforting them? What did she say to you? I don't know. Her words made me feel good.
Ancient philosophers believed that there was a language that was spoken by angels and it couldn't be translated or repeated because it was only understood by the soul.
Oh, fuck off.
So what do you give Radha?
Oh, fuck. I hate her character. She's fine.
She's okay.
6? She's fine.
Because I love her, I'm going to go with a 6.
I think this movie sucked.
Yeah, it's total shit.
But I think she does whatever she can within it. She even wears that dumb hat.
Yeah, we gave her a 6 collectively.
Do you give her a 6 too?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Oh, please tell me your rating.
You said because I love her. And you said you don't love her.
Oh, yeah.
I love her. I said, what?
You're right. Listen, I'm on 3 glasses of wine. Have I shown you this glass?
Yeah, it's your rough and tumbler.
I got this for Jenny. Can you see what's wrong with it? It's the Real Housewives of...
You know what I could? If you actually display it in a way that I could read it. Like facing me.
I got her.
Atlanta? Why did you get that?
I personally ordered this for you.
Is you drunk?
You can write whatever you want on it, right?
And you spelled it wrong?
And I said, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then it came and it said Atlanta.
That's
and I said, I spelled it wrong. But it took me several times of her drinking wine out of it. And then she says, but does it say that?
But it's funny, though, because it could be because you're drinking.
Atlanta.
Like it's a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I get drunk in there. I can't read it. It's spelled wrong.
That's good.
You know, that's what you should tell people.
Do you give this movie a 1?
God. It's weird because even now I can remember it so vividly.
Talking about the watchability.
And there are movies that I like that I can't recall. Yeah, man, I'm going to give it a 2.
Oh, man. Boy, you know what? It pretty much all hinges on Freddie.
Honestly, they were right in implementing him as 5 different characters throughout the whole movie.
I wish they had not had that final scene of the 2 of them, though. Oh, this movie sucks.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
Would you give it a 2?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna watch it again.
You're gonna watch it again?
When I'm married.
Oh.
You know? And I'm dying.
Oh, you're dying.
And I need inspiration to get me through.
You said you're gonna watch Static again when you're on your deathbed.
This is all going to happen while I'm dying.
Oh, fuck. 2 seems rough, man.
Really? I thought that was high. I thought you were gonna go, man, 2, that's too high.
What do they... Monument Avenue is 3, right?
I think I gave it a 4 and you gave it a 3.
You kind of like Monument Avenue. I don't understand. I don't know what to rate it, man.
I can tell.
No. I'm going to start crying. 3. I'm going to give it... I could almost give it a 4 or 3. It's so bad.
Oh, you're going to go with a 4?
No, I'm going to give it a 3. Nope, I'm going to give it a 3. Because I hate it a lot.
Why would you have gone with a 4? Because you gave Kent State a 6, right?
Yeah.
And this is only 2 behind Kent State?
3. Calm down.
You said drunk.
4. Drunk. I said I could give it a 4.
Okay.
3. Radha, do you want to tell us about why you chose this? I think it's because, Radha, you're an actor. It was a job. It was available. This is what your career is. You do lots of things. You do some interesting movies and some that are going to be really hard for us to get through. This movie deserves bad things. Tune in next week for Nobody's Baby with Skeet Ulrich and Gary Oldman.
God.
Gotta be better than this.
If for no other reason than Skeet Ulrich and Gary Oldman get to act.
Terrible concept, but it's gotta be good.
I don't know anything about it. I'm going at these cold at this point.
Hey, Skeet, we're gonna raise this baby.
Him and Gary? Is Radha Mitchell the mother?
I think they're criminals. I don't think so.
Huh? Well, I guess we'll find out.
There's some movie when I was little where, like, 2 little kids find, like, a fucking baby in a cave or something.
The Little Kidnappers.
I never watched that one, but... Alright, tune in next week for Nobody's Baby. This movie fucking sucked. Hey, can you fucking call the hotline and tell us you like this movie?
763-634-1897.
Or maybe you watched it?
Or here's what you do. Call the hotline and play a copy of My Palakari.
Oh, we're going to hate you so much. Imagine if they got My Palakari and they're just laughing about how they have a copy of it and we don't. Well, I've been Jason.
I've been Jules.
See you next week with...
God save him from his existence.
And so my life is horrible.
I'm all right.
Arrivederci, baby.
I said, oh, you know what? When they run into Radha Mitchell, they're at an outdoor wedding. His wedding was outdoor too, but it was at night. This one's during the day. So I'm like, that's prime barbecue time. That's prime barbecue time.